Hello guys and welcome back. Today I am hunting in a different area. Never been here before. I haven't been here for years. I'm in Cannock. It's probably about 30-minute drive from where I live, and I've heard good things. There is a recycling selling centre, which is basically when you put stuff in the skip, they send it to that shop and then they resell it to get some extra money. Don't know where the places are, so I'll be Google mapping everywhere. The shop I'm going to go to is that Skip Recycling Centre and see what they got there, and then go around the charity shops and see if I can pick up some bargains. That's a good start, isn't it? It's closed. It was closed in 2019.
Take a bag of that brick upstairs, put it upstairs and leave it by, you know, the recycle box.
Yes.
So at the moment in time, Cannock is absolutely terrible. It's overpriced. So much is overpriced. I'm now walking to a Sue Rider. Sue Riders near me are pretty good. I have got a few more, but I've got to drive to them, which I got the big shops. They're the big shops, so they're the ones I'm hoping for. A bit let down with the first shop, it's not open. Should have checked it out more, but yeah, at least I had a Costa coffee for free. So I've just finished for the day. It's been a long day. Pretty disappointed actually in Cannock itself. These big shops, they're not too good. I mean, a lot of stuff in them, but I'm not experienced enough to know what sells and what doesn't sell. I think the houseware one was quite good, the big selection shop. Saw some suitcases at the end, hard ones, but looked them up and they was going for £2 each, but they're only going for £15, so not worth it. So I'm going to go back home now and tell you how much I've spent and obviously what potential profit I got from today, and if it's worth it to come to Cannock and look for a bargain to make some profit. It's been a couple of days since Cannock. Just was knackered after travelling back because I got lost. It took me an hour and a half to get back, and it should only take me 20 minutes. So yeah, I don't know what happened. It's prime time, you know, people's finishing work. So really didn't have the best of times in Cannock. As you knew, I was moaning quite a lot throughout the video about the price of things. The shops wasn't as good, but I did find a few things. Some of the things I didn't get on camera, but some of the things you did see on the camera. And the first thing I got was the Mickey mug. So the Mickey mug was something that I picked up first, and I saw it and I just had to buy it. Even though it was £2.75 for it, it is massive. I mean, it is a big mug, and it is from Disney World in Florida. So you're not gonna get these, you know. Whenever this is made, that'll be it. They probably don't make this actual one anymore. So it is going to be a classic. Don't know the age of it. Doesn't say the age, but as you can see, these are retailing at crazy amounts. I mean, I saw them going from anything from 15 to £25. So what I've done is I've put this on for £20 to start off with, just to see what it's like. Because it is a mug, people might not want to pay for it, but obviously people are in the past have paid for it. So I'm just going to keep it on there. I'm in no rush to sell that. Next, I went back into Salvation Army, where I actually saw a couple of teddies that I wanted. One was just a spur moment thing. I hoped it was going to be worth something. I couldn't find it. And it was this, and it was a TY there. I got it because it had the actual TY badge still on, and the plastic, which is very rare. You get the plastic thing on, and it's a American one. This is the America bear, which was done for the 9/11. All the proceeds to this bear that sold went 100% to obviously the victims. So I thought, oh, it might be worth something, you know, and it's not. Selling for 99p, selling for £1, maybe £3. So I've got this on Vinted at the moment, and I'm just selling it to get my money back. I've put up for £2. If I get the money back, I'll be happy with it. If not, it's in really, really good condition. So it's not like it's tatty, and it's quite nice. You know, it's one of the things you got to do. A lot of these bears aren't worth anything, but some of them are, and you know, I'm not an expert in it. But what I did get was this, and these are really hard to find. I could not find this anywhere on the internet. I had to go back home and research for a good half an hour to find out what this was, because what it does is it holds and claps. I thought it was a clap. I thought it was a clapping Fozzie Bear from Sesame Street. It's got no marks on the badges, you know, it's not telling you it's a special edition of something, you know, from a McDonald's. Somebody said it's from McDonald's, but it usually would have a McDonald's sign on it, maybe, I don't know. But what it's supposed to do is it's supposed to latch on to things. So if on door handles and things like that, and I haven't seen one on eBay. Not one on eBay. I've seen a Gonzo going for $9.99. So I've put this on for a tenner. I think it was either 50p or a pound. So I will sell him. Next, I've got this. I'm not going to take it out of the packaging because I can't be bothered. But it's the dinosaur. It's a money box, and I think it's a French company, something POM. But they do a selection of piggy banks. They range from between 20 to 30 pounds, on depending on what animal it is. The dinosaurs seem to go around between 20 to 25, so I put it on for 20. It was £1.50. I'm going to make a profit off that. I think I've got it on for, I've got it on for £20, so I should get that. There's no reason I shouldn't get that wrapped up, because it's already sold. It's in immaculate condition. Bought it because I thought, it's £2.50. It's a bread bin. It's ceramic. It's not the best looking, I don't think, but somebody probably does think it's good looking. It's a quality piece of ceramics. I mean, I don't know what age it is, but I thought £2.50. It's got to make a tenner. I looked online. One person is selling one for £30, and it's chipped. So I put it on for £30. I think somebody offered me £25, and it's from Germany. So it's going to Germany. He messaged me and said, "Can you please make sure it's packed really well. So I've made a bit of a profit on it because obviously I've never dealt with anybody from abroad, and the packaging, I always think that it's going to cost a lot more for packaging. It's going to cost a lot more for obviously posting. Also, I didn't know that eBay take out a charge for VAT, so they took off 10 quid straight away. So I actually put post packaging for any international between 25 to 30 pounds, depending on the size. I put 30 pound on it, so it's made me quite a bit of profit. It's made me more than the actual thing I sold it for. I think I've made about 28 pound in profit on that thing. It's on my Instagram. I'll put my link of the Instagram channel as well. The thing I bought was this, and it's from Compton as well. It's an 18-piece Tams Staffordshire set of cutlery, you know, plates and cups, and it was £5. It's the most expensive thing I've bought. The reason I bought it is, one, I thought it's Staffordshire. Two, I sold something similar like last month when I first started, a sugar tea and coffee set, which was very similar, like look, you know, that old 70s brown look, and it seems to be quite popular. It was all boxed. One thing I didn't do, which I should have done, I should have checked it thoroughly, and luckily it's all there. Every single plate is fine. There's no scratches. I don't think it's actually been used because there's no discoloration in any of the plates. There's no tea stains or whatever. So for £5, it's okay for £5. I mean, I'm not going to make a huge profit compared to the crock pot, but it's gonna be, I would say, what have I put it on for? I've put it on for £30, for 25 to £30, just because there's quite a few on there, and they're trying to sell it for about £40. I like to undercut most of the people who I'm like competing against, because in the end of the day, yes, you can get bigger profits, but if I was looking at stuff and I'm looking at something to buy and I see something for cheaper and it looks just as good, I'm going to get the cheaper one because it's just cheaper. And to me, you know, I'm still making a profit. Making an extra £5 is not really, I'm not bothered about that. You know, I'd rather get rid of it instead of storing up more and more stuff. It hasn't sold yet, but it should do eventually. That was all I bought today. Really was disappointing. The whole day I was just agitated, depressed, because, well, I was agitated because it was just frustrating, because the first shop was closed, and then the second shop was just rubbish, and the third shop was just rubbish, and and it was just all overpriced. Stuff was like, there's no point even buying it. If you want to buy it for yourself, then it was fine, but to resell stuff, it was just a waste of time. But I held out for them 3 big shops, which was just outside of Cannock, and they wasn't that good. They had loads of stuff in there, but obviously I'm not an expert at ceramics and all that lot, but you still know what things are and what things aren't, you know, unless it hasn't got any sort of like labels or anything on it, so you can't tell, you know. And most of the time you can check, and it just looked all like that porcelain figures, which are like, they look expensive but they're not, you know, and stuff like that with glasses, and they still was overpriced. Like at the end, I've been getting into mugs and that because I'm making a good profit off mugs, especially Simpsons ones, and they wanted £2, and I don't feel like buying a mug for £2, unless you want to keep it for yourself, is worth it, you know. I want a mug for under £1, you know, so I can make as much profit, because you're not going to sell it for much more, you know, only a tenner, maybe 15 if it's very, very like rare. And I thought, well, nah, it's just too expensive, you know. I'm not gonna, you know, I'm traveling here, you know, all the travel, all the hype about Cannock and these big shops pretty much was a letdown, and I probably won't go back, just because it wasn't worth my time, you know, after petrol and parking, you know, paying for that. The stuff I will sell, like the thing I've just sold now, that's probably paid for my journey and the stuff I've paid for, because I only paid £13, just over £13 for the stuff today. So if you put on with the petrol, which would cost a tenner in petrol, and then the parking, which is 15 quid, so you're looking at what, 30 quid. So it's basically what I've just sold. So this other stuff is then will be pure profit. Thank you for the subscribers that have now subscribed to me. It's only about 5 or 6, but thank you, and new people have commented on. I'm in the process of trying to sort things out. At the moment, I'm still in my bedroom with a load of like stock from pallets and from stuff I'm buying. Next week I'm having a week off because I need to sort out somewhere. I don't want the house being a dumping ground for stock, you know, unless it's like very, very like precious or or something that's like worth quite a lot. I've got a massive shed, so I've got a lot of stuff in there. So I'm going to do a video about how to make money out of clearing your shed. Plenty of videos coming along the way. I've got the shed thing doing. I've also got into an auction for the first time. I actually might do a video on me doing a car boot, me selling stuff, what I sell. So a seller selling at a car boot, you know, seeing if people try and haggle me down when I know how much I can get for it. And also I'm going to be doing my charity hunts and see if I can make profits of them. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, if you've ever been to Cannock, comment down below what you thought about it. And if you are new, please subscribe and obviously hit that like button. Leave a comment, say who you are if you have subscribed, and then, you know, I'll probably add you back if you are in the same business.